Children, I hope you have gone through my previous video, and today we will continue further. Children, we continue with the chapter General Principles and Processes of Isolation of Elements. And in this chapter you have already done the general principles and you have also done the metallurgy of iron. Now next was metallurgy of aluminium, but for this year, because of the reduced syllabus, Council has removed the metallurgy of aluminium from your syllabus. So we proceed further with metallurgy of copper. Copper is a transition metal. It occurs in the form of oxide, sulfide and carbonates. Important ores of copper are copper pyrite, which is called as fool's gold. Formula is CuFeS2. Cuprite, it is called as Cu2O in the formula. Azurite, formula is CuOH whole twice dot CuCO3. Copper glance, Cu2S. Malachite, CuOH whole twice dot CuCO3. Now copper pyrite is the most important ore of copper. Okay, CuFeS2. And most of the copper is extracted from this ore by self-reduction technique and pyrometallurgy. So let us study about the extraction of copper from its ore. First step in extraction of copper is crushing and concentration. The ore is crushed and then concentrated by froth flotation process. When I was telling you about froth flotation process, that time only I told you that if at all there is sulfur present, then the method to be used will be froth flotation. After crushing and concentration, next roasting of the ore is done. So the concentrated ore is strongly heated in furnace in excess of air. For roasting, oxygen is required. To remove oxygen, volatile impurities, to remove moisture of volatile impurities, and to remove volatile oxides. Now see, during roasting the reactions that take place is sulfur reacts with oxygen to give you SO2. Phosphorus reacts with oxygen to give you 2P2O5. Arsenic reacts with oxygen, it gives you 2As2O3. CuFeS2 plus O2 will give you Cu2S plus FeS plus SO2. FeS plus 3O2 will give you 2FeO plus 2SO2. So these are the reactions that take place in roasting. Okay. Next step is smelting. In smelting, the roasted ore is mixed with powdered coke and sand, and it is strongly heated in blast furnace. So the reactions which take place are 2FeS plus 3O2, it gives you 2FeO plus 2SiO2. FeO reacts with SiO2 and it gives you FeSiO3, that is slag. So this slag forms the upper layer, which is removed from time to time because it is light. Cuprous sulfide having some traces of ferrous sulfide is called matte. After smelting, the next thing that is done is bessemerization. Now in bessemerization, matte, just now I told you now, cuprous sulfide having traces of ferrous sulfide is matte. So this matte is taken in a Bessemer converter and is mixed with sand. Now air is passed into molten mass through tires. So the reactions taking place is FeS reacts with 3O2. 2FeS plus 3O2 gives you 2FeO plus 2SO2. SO2 escapes. This FeO which is remaining behind, it reacts with silica, SiO2. It gives you FeSiO3, which is slag. Okay. Now in second step, sulfur reacts with oxygen to give you SO2, which escapes. Arsenic 4OAs reacts with 3O2 to give you 2As2O3, that also escapes. And antimony reacts with O2, 4Sb plus 3O2 gives you 2Sb2O3, and that also escapes. Now in the third, this thing, self-reduction of cuprous oxide to copper by copper sulfide also takes place. Copper sulfide reacts with oxygen. It gives you 2Cu2O plus 2SO2, cuprous oxide. Now this cuprous oxide 2Cu2O reacts with Cu2S and it gives 6Cu plus SO2. Okay, so in this way, and SO2 also escapes, so you are left with pure copper. So this is the blister copper which is obtained by besimerization, and it is 98% pure. After this, refining is done. Now it is electrolytic refining, in which impure copper is made anode and pure copper metal is made the cathode. Copper sulfate solution, which is acidified with sulfuric acid, is the electrolyte. On passing current, pure copper from the solution deposits on cathode, while impurities like silver, gold, they settle down in anode mud. So this is the whole of the process. Once again I am repeating, copper pyrite is crushed and sieved, then it is concentrated by froth flotation method. In froth flotation you take powdered ore, water and pure pine oil and air, and the sulfide ore comes in the froth. After that, roasting is done in reverberatory furnace in presence of air. So in this, sulfur reacts with oxygen. S plus O2 gives SO2, 4S plus 3O2 gives 2As2O3, 2Cu FeS2. 1 minute. 2Cu FeS2. These are the reactions. Plus O2, they give you Cu2S plus 2Fes plus SO2. 2Fes plus 3O2 gives you 2FeO plus 2SO2. Then smelting is done in the blast furnace in presence of air. In smelting, 2Fes plus 3O2 gives you 2FeO plus 2SO2. FeO reacts with silica to give you FeSiO3, which is slag. And after that, besimerization is done in Bessemer converter in presence of air. So these are the reactions that take place. 2Fes plus 3O2 give 2FeO plus 2SO2. FeO plus SiO2 give you slag. S plus O2 gives SO2. 4S plus 3O2 gives 2As2O3. 4Sb plus 3O2 give you 2Sb2O3. Then copper Cu2S self reduction takes place. Cu2S plus 3O2 first gives you 2Cu2O plus 2SO2. Then 2Cu2O plus 2Cu plus Cu2S give you 6Cu plus SO2. Then the refining is done and you get pure copper. Alright, at the cathode. So this is the metallurgy of copper. Next we come to metallurgy of zinc. Now the important ores of zinc are zinc blende, that is ZnS, calamine ZnCO3, zincite ZnO, franklinite ZnO and Fe2O3, willemite Zn2SiO4 and spinel ZnAl2O4. Principal ore of zinc is zinc blende, ZnS. So for extraction of zinc, first concentration is done, ore is crushed, finely powdered. This form is concentrated because it contains sulfur through froth flotation process. I already told you what is froth flotation process. That powdered ore is mixed with water, pine oil and air. The sulfide ore comes in the froth. Then after froth flotation, roasting of the ore is done. In roasting, the concentrated ore is heated in presence of excess of air at about 1200 Kelvin, so that zinc sulfide is converted into zinc oxide. 2ZnS plus 3O2 gives you 2ZnO plus 2SO2. ZnS plus 2O2 gives you ZnSO4, and ZnSO4 on heating gives you 2ZnO plus 2SO2 plus O2. So zinc oxide is being formed. Calamine requires only calcination. If the ore that you are using is calamine, then in that case there is no need to do froth flotation or roasting. You can do calcination. Calcination is done in absence of air. So ZnCO3 is heated in absence of air. You get ZnO plus CO2. Alright. Next is reduction of ore. ZnO, which is obtained, can be reduced to zinc by heating it at 1673 Kelvin in vertical fire clay retorts. Now ZnO plus C gives you Zn plus CO. The last step is refining. The impure metal is refined by electrolytic method. In this process, impure zinc is made anode, pure zinc is made cathode. Electrolyte used is zinc sulfate containing little amount of dilute sulfuric acid. And on passing electric current, pure zinc is deposited at the cathode and impurities at anode. Next we come to metallurgy of silver. Now important ores of silver are silver glans or argentite Ag2S, ruby silver or pyrite gyrite 3Ag2S dot Sb2S3, horn silver or chlorar gyrite, that is AgCl, copper silver glans Ag2S dot Cu2S. Now, extraction of silver is basically done from argentite ore by cyanide process. This process is also known as MacArthur Forrest method. Again, the concentration of ore, because it contains sulfur, is done by froth flotation process. Powdered ore mixed with water, pine oil and air. The sulfide ore is removed in the froth. After concentration, cyanide treatment is done. So the concentrated ore is treated with dilute solution of sodium cyanide and the mixture is continuously agitated by current of air. Reaction that takes place is Ag2S plus 4NaCN gives you 2NaAgCN whole twice plus Na2S. This 2NaAgCN whole twice, it is called as sodium argentocyanide. It is a soluble complex. Alright. Now the Na2S, it reacts with oxygen 5O2 plus 2H2O to give you 2Na2SO4 plus 4NaOH plus 2S. Next step is precipitation of silver. Now the silver is precipitated from complex by adding more electropositive metal zinc. So when sodium argentocyanide reacts with zinc, 2NaAgCN whole twice plus Zn, it gives you Na2ZnCN4. This complex is called sodium tetracyanozincate 2 plus 2Ag. Silver is precipitated. Okay, so this way precipitation of silver is done. Next step is purification. Now this silver which is precipitated, it is purified by electrolytic refining. Impure silver is made anode, pure silver is made cathode. In an electrolytic tank, a solution of silver nitrate containing 1% nitric acid is used as electrolyte. Previous to, we were using sulfuric acid. Here we are using nitric acid because the solution is silver nitrate. Now at cathode, Ag plus 1 electron gives you silver metal which is deposited there, and at anode Ag gives you Ag++ electron, and this Ag+ goes into the solution. So this is the metallurgy of silver. So you have to learn these by heart, and one of them is definitely going to come in your exam. So learn them properly with the equations. Flow charts I'll be giving you in your WhatsApp study material. You can refer to that. So they are the short way of remembering the whole process. And this finishes this chapter.